Well, it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace, like an awful lot of what's going on in Cardiff at the moment, with the money being misspent and wasted here and there. It's wrong. It's completely wrong. The quality of life in Cardiff is getting worse and worse, and yet it's costing more and more. That's about all I can say, and it's to do with our council, you know.
Well, they want to think about their own, cutting their own costs. They're sending letters out to everybody when they needn't do it.
They shouldn't be sending so much money out of this country.
Yeah.
It should be being spent here.
Yeah.
I don't think the Cardiff Council's got any choice. The government's making them do the cuts. So I think the anger should be directed at the Conservative government in London, not Cardiff. And how they choose to make the cuts is up to them, really. Hard choices. I don't envy them.
I think that the street cleaning itself is well, you look yourself how they can think of cutting it. I really don't know, because it's something we've got to keep. It's the impression visitors get when they come to Cardiff of the city itself. So I don't think that's something that should be sacrificed for budget cuts.
No, quite big impression to visitors to Cardiff, and everyone has a good impression of it. It would be a shame if not.
When this country is sending millions of pounds to different countries throughout the world, and we're having to cut our services in this country, I think it's absolutely disgusting. They're shutting toilets, libraries, they're shutting everything. So,
what would you like to see cut instead?
The chief executives of the councils inflated pensions, because nearly all my council tax is going to pay for their pensions.
The cabinet members have pledged to reduce their allowances. Do you think that's a step in the right direction?
I would reduce the bloody cabinet members by 50%, and I firmly agree with this joining up with councils, because we've got far too many councillors, far too many executive members.
The cabinet members have pledged to reduce their allowances. Do you think that's a step in the right direction?
I would reduce the bloody cabinet members by 50%, and I firmly agree with this joining up with councils, because we've got far too many councillors, far too many executive members.
I think about the budget cuts that we're told to look after our own, but that really needs to come from the top. If they're not looking after us, how are we to look after our own? That's basically it, really. That they seem to find money to do lots of other things, but not on the streets where it's needed.
I think it's very difficult, because the council's got to make some really tough decisions now, and you can understand it that when they're faced with such swingeing cutbacks. I mean, we're in the fourth, fifth year of a recession. If it's a choice between schools and social services and housing, and the budgets are limited, they've got to make some cutbacks somewhere.